90-Day Fiancé viewers were in disbelief when they recently saw Darcey Silva's behavior in a recent clip. They claimed that her behavior looked a little too off to ignore. This is because she didn't seem to be in her senses at all, and fans wondered whether Darcey was actually high on camera. Yes, you read that right. Fans are dissecting every blink, pause, and slur as they are raising many questions. Is this true? What is this all about? Was Darcey really high on camera? Keep on reading to learn more about Darcey and her recent behavior, which hasn't been sitting well with her audience at all. 90-Day Fiancé. Happily Ever After's Tell-All segment made it clear that Darcey and Georgie's marriage wasn't stable at all. They had a long list of issues, and they weren't able to find common ground at all. Several sources even claimed that these two weren't even living together and were miles apart these days. Georgie is back in his homeland, and he has been posting several happy clips and pictures on Instagram. He is showing no signs of togetherness with Darcey. On the other hand, some sources claimed that Darcey was in Turkey and she was getting another surgery to become her 5.0 version. Hence, it seems that these two are no longer together. Darcey Silva recently shared a clip with her 90-Day Fiancé audience, and the latter was quick to conclude that she didn't look like her usual self. She evidently wasn't in her senses, and some Redditors wondered if she was actually high. The OP noted, "Darcey high as hell." The thread further claimed, "I'm flabbergasted, I think this is the worst I've seen." The Reddit thread even shared several screenshots from the clips, which featured Darcey in a completely different form. She was making weird faces, which a sane person would never make. The celeb's facial expressions further made it evident that something wasn't right with her. Several viewers admitted that Darcey was high, and it was clear that she had a high dose. A user wrote, "She was at a 90DF Christmas party, so you know she'll automatically be zoot." Another one added, "She's always high or drunk or both. She has to be to look at herself in the mirror." Someone else pointed out that Darcey wasn't even able to fully open her eyes, which again added to the narrative that something wasn't right with her. On the other hand, a user predicted that Darcey was perhaps still on medication. There is a fair chance that she underwent surgery, and she was still taking some medications. A user noted, "I've had a theory that a lot of the surgery is half for the medications." 90-Day Fiancé fans know that when it comes to fashion, no one can beat Chloe. Whether it's clothes, accessories, or anything else, she knows it all. Fans also know that on the show, she is with Johnny. However, things between the two are going as smoothly as they expected, and they continue to fight with each other. However, for now, Chloe's new hair makeover has stolen the limelight. Fans appreciate her style. Viewers love Chloe's blonde hair. But has she experimented with her blonde color this time? What has she done to her hair? How has the audience reacted to her makeover? Keep reading to find out. When Chloe joined 90-Day Fiancé, she revealed that she had decided to leave everything behind to be with Johnny in Aruba. However, fans thought she was a young girl making impulsive decisions. A Redditor wrote that leaving everything for an unknown person is to ruin your life at a young age. Viewers also said she was settling for less and noted that she barely knew him. While the two seemed to start falling for each other, several issues arose. Chloe has a lot of trust issues. Viewers added that the two have numerous problems and should part ways. One user said she is not serious about Johnny and will not marry him. Whatever the case, fans think leaving everything for someone you barely know is a bad idea. 90-Day Fiancé fans might dislike Chloe for dating Johnny, but they absolutely adore her fashion and sense of style. Recently, the reality TV star posted a detailed video about her new makeover on TikTok. She said she has received numerous requests for an update on her hair and never misses a chance to have her hair professionally blow-dried. Chloe added that, especially in the winter months, it becomes really painful to wash her own hair. She explained that her hair freezes in a fraction of a second. Chloe continued that washing and styling blonde hair is not easy. She further explained the steps and noted that it is particularly difficult to complete them all in winter. Moving forward, the reality TV star revealed that she also received a K18 treatment, a gloss treatment, and a professional blow-dry at the salon. Chloe also said that her hair looks much healthier now and is quite thick. She added that she is in her short hair era right now and has blonde blindness, explaining that she frequently bleaches her hair. Her fans were quick to react to her new makeover. One user replied, "Your hair looks so much better." Someone else added that the particular shade of blonde suits her really well. Another agreed and added, "This blonde tone is so good." "Wow, your hair looks so much better, beautiful," someone else wrote. Another fan added that this is the coolest thing ever. It's pretty clear that fans are loving her new hairstyle. 90 Day Fiancé star Paul Staehle's life has taken a massive turn. He is now living below the poverty line in Brazil and is struggling to make ends meet. The celeb claims that he is unable to leave the country and has no stable income as well. As per Paul, he has no support system and things are getting out of his hands. Well, even if viewers are tired of Paul and his weird antics, he never fails to pop up on screen once in a while and share some bizarre updates. This time, too, the tables haven't really turned, as Paul is back with another update full of misery. Is this true? What is this all about? What did he reveal? Keep on reading to learn more about Paul and his current living conditions. Paul hasn't really been the 90 Day Fiancé viewers' favorite because of everything he has done in the past. But a famous blogger, John Yates, is still connected to him and recently did a live session with him as well. Apparently, he was in disbelief after watching how Paul was now and asked him what really changed over all these years. Paul talked about how he was psychologically broken when he first came to Brazil. He explained how he was depressed and things were really hard for him. The celeb even claimed he wasn't going to the gym, and a girl called him a cow once because of how he had started to look. Hence, Paul wanted to convince his audience that he was in a pathetic condition. 90 Day Fiancé star Paul is currently living in Brazil after faking his death several times. He is living alone, and it seems that he is leading a life below poverty these days. The noted blogger recently had a chat with Paul, where he showed his entire house to his audience. He further focused on everything that was around him, and viewers squirmed in their seats because of it. Paul's house has several decaying seals, broken furniture, and a messy floor. When he went to his kitchen, it was another disaster in sight. Paul has 3 refrigerators, and none of them works properly. He was actually using one as his closet and kept his clothes in it. Paul revealed that it was the same apartment where he initially filmed for 90 Day Fiancé. But now it no longer looks the same and is evidently in a pathetic condition. John Yates was in disbelief and noted that this place wasn't even appropriate for any living being to live there. Amid all this, Paul revealed that he came to America several times. However, viewers are sure that he wasn't coming to America because he was having legal issues. As the first episode of 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 Days Season 8 is out, fans are being blessed with multiple storylines. Fans also get to meet various new hopeful couples who are looking to marry their international partners. Among those are Forrest and Sheena. In the first episode, Forrest hoped to travel to the Philippines to meet his partner. But as we see Forrest going to the airport, he says something that caught fans' attention online. He made a confession that might have been too personal, but it still made for great TV. He revealed that he hadn't kissed before and said someone had described to him what it tasted like. Fans quickly ran to the comment section, where they were both amused and protective of him. But what exactly did he say, and how did viewers react to such a tender confession? And why did this particular clip become one of the most discussed moments of the week? Keep reading to know more. With a new cast, 90 Day Fiancé fans got to meet Forrest in episode 1. In it, he gave a look into the life he built around his long-distance relationship with Sheena. The American star explained that he transformed his home into a full smart house. This meant it had sensors, smart bulbs, and cameras that Sheena can monitor at any given time. According to Forrest, this setup gives him peace of mind, especially since they spend most of their relationship living thousands of miles apart. Through these cameras, Sheena watches him cook from different angles and even tells him what to do. While others may find this uncomfortable or invasive, Forrest told the cameras that he finds it comforting. He asked, "What if I fall over and nobody can see, or I can't get to anybody?" Forrest explained that Sheena's virtual presence acted as a safety net for him. Forrest admitted that while this setup works for him, his parents did not feel the same. They plan to travel with him to the Philippines to speak with Sheena and better understand their dynamic. 90 Day Fiancé fans were surprised to know a fact about Forrest. Forrest revealed in his interview that he had never kissed anyone before. As he prepared to meet Sheena for the first time, he admitted that the anticipation of it all was making him nervous. He even shared that someone once told him kisses taste both salty and sweet. Because of this description, he got confused and felt he could compare the experience to caramel. This interesting confession went viral online, as many found the interaction both hilarious and heartfelt. Fans on social media gave support to Forrest, as they found his honesty refreshing, which was rare to see on reality TV. One viewer wrote, "Protect Forrest at all costs." Another fan revealed they couldn't wait to watch the moment happen now. As they said, "I want to watch that first kiss take place, LOL." Padia and Dylan's mom, Jo, is having a rocky relationship. In 90 Day Fiancé, the former blames the latter for many things. The reality star holds the responsible for why Dylan hasn't asked her to get married yet. She also calls Jo needy and overindulgent in her son's life. Jo, however, stays calm and talks to Padia about her concern. She brings up things Dylan told her about Padia. Padia and Dylan talk about their concerns and try to hash things out. What did they talk about? Would this be enough to get along with each other? Read on to find out. Padia is always having a problem with Dylan's mom, Jo. The 90 Day Fiancé star doesn't like the fact that Jo and Dylan speak on the phone every day. Jo called him when they were on a camping trip. Padia felt like she was overindulging in his life. She also calls Jo a needy mother, as the latter calls Dylan every day. To this, Jo replies calmly that she is not a needy person and she is quite capable of doing things alone. The tension between the two has always been there. Padia feels resentment towards Jo, as she thinks Jo wanted Dylan to be with someone young. However, this is a lie Dylan told Padia when he used to get angry with her. That is why Padia dislikes Jo and wants Dylan to have less contact with her. But he doesn't listen to Padia and tells her off. In 90 Day Fiancé, Padia and Jo have a conversation after their tennis session. Jo tells Padia that Dylan has told her that the latter does not want to live near Jo or near his father. The reality star nods, agreeing to it. "I was concerned about that," Jo tells Padia. Jo tries hard to talk to Padia heart to heart so they can move past the tension. Padia says that she resented Jo after hearing all the negative stuff Jo told about her. However, Jo claims she never said anything negative about Padia. Dylan's mom is only concerned about two things. First is Padia's hatred for her, and secondly, her spending. To answer this, Padia says that she has stopped spending. Jo does not buy this. She claims that Padia's words are not enough. The Mexican dancer feels like Dylan owes her and wants him to sell off one of his properties to pay off her debt. Clearly, this isn't something Jo is on board with. She feels it's unfair that clearing off Padia's debts is Dylan's responsibility, and she would advise him not to do it. Padia is concerned about Jo calling Dylan every day. She says in order for her to feel comfortable, Jo needs to stop calling Dylan every day. She says it's bothering her. Jo thinks Padia needs to talk to Dylan about this, as even if she stops calling him, he might call her. Jo knows Dylan won't like it,